Your power, think about where you wanna go. Your power, snap your fingers and make it so.
I stared at the closed door, its wooden surface etched with the silent finality of her departure. The scent of her predictable Chanel, Coco Mademoiselle perfume still lingered in the air, mocking me with its delicate persistence. No wonder it was on the African-American Women Top 10 list of perfumes. It was the olfactory equivalent of a catchy jingle from a commercial you can't escape, a cruel reminder that happiness had once been within reach, only to be snatched away like a Chateau La Mission Haut-Brion Rouge, poured in a Josephine, no three-wine glass that is knocked out of your hand onto your Persian antique Bakhtiar rug. Not a good moment. In a fit of melodramatic despair, I stumbled towards my bookshelf, which groaned under the weight of countless volumes on philosophy, self-help, and detective fiction. Perhaps a well-thumbed copy of Nietzsche or a dog-eared Chandler might offer some existential balm for my wounded soul. But as my fingers brushed against the spines, my eye was caught by a shimmering book that had no place amongst the others. Its cover was an iridescent blur, shifting colors in a manner that defied logic and lent a headache if observed for too long. I pulled it out and examined the title, The Manual for Living a Life Less Ordinary. No author was listed, nor any publisher's mark. Curious and a little desperate, I opened it, and the pages began to glow softly, casting a surreal light that filled my cluttered living room with an otherworldly glow. "Congratulations," a voice intoned from nowhere and everywhere at once. "You have been selected for an extraordinary adventure. Please follow the instructions carefully, and your life will be transformed in ways you cannot yet imagine." Maybe I was drugged. I was often paranoid when hosting parties for artists, politicians, lawyers, and whatnot that had made it onto my otherwise vetted VIP circle of friend list. Or should we just call them acquaintance? And who knows, someone might have felt a need to express their distaste with some of the renowned celebrities and brewed up a poison, or just thinking it was about time we all went to visit Lucy in the skies. My eyebrows arched skeptically. A mysterious book offering salvation. It sounded like a plot device from one of those magical realism novels I had always found irritatingly whimsical. Yet what did I have to lose? My current trajectory was an express train to Nowheresville, with stops at Despair Junction and Regretville along the way. "Step 1, the book declared. Locate the nearest time portal." "A time portal?" I muttered. "Sure, let me just check my attic." But as the words left my lips, a peculiar sensation tingled at the base of my spine. I turned around and saw, much to my bemusement, a shimmering doorway had appeared in the middle of my living room. It pulsed with the same iridescent light as the book and seemed to beckon with a gentle hum. Cautiously, I approached the portal. Was this some elaborate prank, a hallucination, or, dare I hope, a genuine escape from my dreary existence? With a mixture of trepidation and excitement, I stepped through the portal and found myself in a room that defied all conventional description. Books floated serenely through the air, their pages flapping like lazy butterflies out of a Harry Potter movie. Strange contraptions, reminiscent of both Victorian steam-powered machinery and sleek futuristic gadgets, lined the walls. At a large desk sat a man with an air of authority and a twinkle of mischief in his eyes. He looked up from his work, adjusting a pair of round spectacles perched precariously on his nose. "Ah, welcome," he said, with the enthusiasm of a child who has just discovered a new toy. "I see you've found the manual. Excellent. My name is Axel Thrasher, and I'll be your guide to the extraordinary." "Axel Thrasher?" I echoed incredulously. "Is this some kind of joke?" "Not at all," Axel replied, his grin widening. "Think of me as your literary guardian angel. Now, let's get you started on your journey. The first order of business is to address your crises. Which one shall we tackle first? Midlife, existential, or values? Can't we just do all three at once? I asked, feeling a bizarre mix of curiosity and skepticism. All in good time, Felix chuckled. Just like Ebenezer Scrooge, the best adventures are savored, not rushed. Now follow me. Your new life awaits. Scrooge you, I thought, and with that, he turned on his heel and led me deeper into the labyrinthine corridors of the impossible. As we walked, I couldn't help but feel a glimmer of hope. Perhaps, just perhaps, this outlandish escapade was the key to unlocking a life less ordinary. I eventually woke myself up and was both disappointed and relieved. When one thinks of death and endings, it's actually not what we think it is. It is not the universe's fault. Usually it's just a sign of previously implemented methods that are not working for you anymore.
Your power, think about where you wanna go. Your power, snap your fingers and make it so.